And I was like, what, did that one suck? Did you just hit the stop button? Was it that bad? And he's like, no, it was good. I was just doing stuff with my fingers.
I'm weird, okay? I'm weird.
You're special.
All right.
Short bus.
Mom says you're special.
Very.
You're recording.
I've been recording.
I've been recording. All right. Have a go-to thing. There was something I was saying to Josh this week. When you're up in front of a class and say, okay, this is what we're going to do next, and a little pause, you lose your train of thought. I do it all the time. I said to him just a day later, I had my little preschool class, and they just got me like, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them next. Down push-ups. I was like, see what I did there, Josh? The little kids rattled me. I didn't know what I was going to do with them next. They're kind of fooling around. I get order back, and I'm not going, okay, guys, what should I do next? You don't want to say that in a kids class. Because they're going to say, pizza delivery game. Or
Dragon's Tail. Will game.
Who knows what will come out of them. I've done it for years. You know, you lose your focus for a second. You need to go over and look at the rotations. Have a go-to thing. You know, slow touch sparring. Go. You know, go back and review something from the time before. Right? You're on front kicks. You're like, well, what was I going to do next? Hey, guys, any self-defense. Hey, guys, 360 attacks. You know, kind of have a little go-to thing, and it kind of lets you regain your composure, which happens to us all. But does the class kind of feel like you should lose your train of thought? Absolutely not. Now you're standing there, guys, let me go look at the sheet again. I don't know what I was going to do. And a little outline, you know, can certainly help you. But again, sometimes some people with outlines get too rigid and not letting things flow in there. One of my first instructors, they had sheets and they would fill in the sheet of what they did, and then they had so many, they were in New York, they had so many instructors and classes that people could thumb back through and see what Noon did and look back. But he was like, here's my sheet, it was always blank. He's like, I always fill it in after of what I did, because I'm just kind of flowing through my class. I have an outline in my head, but if something I feel like needs to deviate, I will a little bit. But definitely an outline when you're starting out gives you something to think about, you know. Get them warmed up, get them working some combatives is the general, you know, Krav Maga template, you know, self-defense at the end, you know, a drill, you know, at the very end. But not that that can't mix it up and, you know, go back to combatives for a second, you know, and then go to self-defense and mix and match. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, working, let's just say, hey, let's just work on knife in, elbow strike on a pad, right, on a focus mitt, you know, working those combatives and then go into the self-defense technique. Okay, hey, now we're going to work on elbow 3 and a hammer fist from behind and maybe a front kick combo. And then you're doing bear hug from behind right after that. And you can mix your class up that way. But definitely trying to put your combatives with your self-defense really helps those beginner and intermediate classes. And it's going to help anybody that's advanced in your class just get more reps.